I am so excited to have you here. I'm actually going to do a quick interview with one of my favorite realtors, Jamie Pagel.
Hello.
One of my favorite things that I see you do out there is actually the Pagel in the Park videos.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them because it really just shows that I know you're really focusing on Mill Creek, Bothell, Linwood, like this kind of general area,
Yep.
but being able to show even more, I think, is absolutely fantastic because I know myself, the parks were really important as far as where I was deciding to purchase a home because I have 2 small children and I can't have them in my house all the time.
No, especially in the rainy winters.
Oh my goodness,
You gotta get them
yes.
out when the sun's shining.
Exactly. I'm like, no, and my house stays cleaner when they're not there. It's weird. So we all get to go out to the parks a lot.
Yep.
So I love being able to see kind of in advance how these parks are, so I'm not having to actually trudge through each and every one of them.
Yep.
So I definitely thank you. How are your experiences with these fun videos?
I like doing them. It's a great way for me to connect kind of with my son a little bit, because when we take our kids to the park, sometimes they run off and do their own thing, but having him as part of the videos, we get to experience the parks together a little bit better.
Oh, I love
So it's
that.
fun. Yeah.
I love that you actually have your son involved in a lot of areas of your life. I think that is really absolutely fantastic. I also want to say that that's part of your brand, honestly, is that family orientation. And you were sharing with me some really great thoughts a minute ago about why that is and why that's important to you. Can you reshare those with us?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Well, I work with a lot of families and first-time home buyers, so I like when people bring their kids along, because in my opinion, it's not just the parents buying the house, the whole family lives in the house and creates the memories, so it's nice to have them as part of the purchasing process. Obviously, they're not going to make the final decision or have really any influence.
My 2-year-old's not going to make the final decision on what I'm
right, and they feel important. And like it's their home too when they get to kind of run through and, oh, this will be my room, or
except when they pick out the master and you're like, ha ha ha, that's
usually,
cute.
Yeah, they actually
I want this one. It's got a bathroom attached.
Yeah, but it is fun when they get to tag along and be part of the process.
And you pick out where that Christmas tree's going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love it. I also. Really, that family is so important. I mean, you may only live in a house for a couple of years, but really you're building your memories there. And
you are, yeah.
I know I've stalked a few of my past houses.
That's always fun to go and see how it's changed over the years, or maybe take your spouse with you and say, that tree right there is where I had my first kiss. So it's kind of fun.
It really stays a part of you forever.
It does.
So, and especially the growing up ones, I think, because you hit so many milestones whenever you're in that growing up stage, that puberty.
Yeah. Some of them you want to forget, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's really like what buying a house is all about, is setting down those
creating
roots
the memories and
having. Really rooting your entire family and their childhood in a lot of ways too. So I love that you bring them involved with that.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's nice to have somebody that's patient whenever you're getting somebody out of a car seat over and over again.
Right. Yeah.
Personally, that was something that I was looking for whenever I was interviewing agents.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of leads me to my next question. Do you recommend interviewing agents?
I do, yes. And it's kind of a two-way street, because every personality is a little bit different, and you got to make sure that you're going to be spending a lot of time with your agent, and the agent's going to be spending a lot of time with you, and you have to be in a relationship with somebody that you trust, because you're going to be confiding in your financial information, maybe different facets of your family that are going to influence the purchase. Maybe your mother-in-law is going to be moving in with you, or maybe your brother is disabled and has, is a part of your family, so you need to allow for that extra space for the extra person. So the information that you confide in your agent, you need to trust that person. So I definitely recommend it. That way you can make sure your personalities mesh well, and you don't want to get halfway through the process and realize you don't really like the person.
That would be terrible.
So, meet them up front, meet for I'm always open for coffee. We could go get a donut. I love donuts, but just take a few minutes and talk to the person. It's really important.
Yeah, as a person as well.
Because everybody knows a real estate agent. Everybody's got somebody in their family or a close friend or somebody that their family has worked with But just because they use them doesn't mean that you are going to like them and want to use them. So
Mhm.
maybe interview that person and then a couple others as well, and
It's
find
important
the
to know
best
that we
fit.
all are professionals.
Mhm.
Like if it doesn't fit, that's okay. There's no judgments there.
Right,
But,
absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know, if it does, if you do find somebody with a better fit for you, you know,
Yeah.
that's good, and
Then go
it's
with that
about you, and it's
person.
about really building your team whenever you're at the beginning of a purchase.
Yes.
You know, you want to have a lender that you really care about, or that
Yes.
you care, that knows that they care about you.
Right. And that you're comfortable with all that financial information being
Oh
out
my
there.
goodness, yeah, absolutely. And then you want to make sure that your lender really works closely with your realtor as well,
Yeah.
because there's a lot that happens in this transaction that you don't necessarily have to get too involved in, but if you know that they have a good relationship, then that really helps the whole thing go a lot smoother.
Right.
And then my last question that I think is really important and a lot of people don't know is, how do you get paid?
If you are one of my buyers, I work for you for free, which is great for you because a lot of people are afraid buying their first home of all the expenses that come with it, but the seller pays me. So my buyers don't have to pay me,
So really,
but my
there's
sellers do.
absolutely no reason to not have representation as a buyer.
Absolutely, yes. Especially with all the new construction that's coming up, sometimes people go and look at the new homes, which is great because they're beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And the on-site agents a lot of times will try and get you to sign up and work with them. However, they are representing the builder. So they will always put the builder's best interest before yours. And since the seller or the builder is paying for your agent, you might as well use it. You get free representation, somebody who's going to negotiate, who's going to solve any problems, put out any fires, and work for you.
Absolutely no
Definitely
reason
worth
to
using
not
it.
have professional representation,
Absolutely.
especially when it's free.
Absolutely.
I will take all of that. Thank you.
Right, yep, that's true.
All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little interview. If you, of course, would like to interview either one of us in person, we would love to meet for coffee. This is Jamie Pagel, and again, she does those Pagel in the Park videos, so definitely check her out. Thank you.
Bye.